welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what will happen next season. I've got 4 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the coin. Group 2 is the token. Group 3 is the crystal. And group 4 is the gold ring. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new reading. And if you'd like to support me on Patreon or via PayPal or to book a personal reading with me, please check out the information in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you who chose the coin. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Air Element, Communicating, and Moon, Soul. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Breath, Life. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Stillness. And then from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the High Priestess reversed, the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. And then finally you have a song, and your song is Seb de Lisa, Clear Air. These eyes of mine, they sheathe the truth. So used to lies, I believed in you. And there's the key of me to you. Pollution is all around me. Our solution lies there in clear air. Poison, yellow is poison. I'm feeling like you may get some information or truth about something that makes you doubt a lot of things and makes you question a lot of things. And I feel like you may, at some point, I'm feeling some of you might lose belief in yourself or lose belief in a higher power or lose belief in your purpose or lose belief in someone in your life. And I feel like you might go through a period of, I feel like misdirected kind of introspection or misdirected spirituality, or a period of feeling like less connected to the divine or less connected to your intuition. I'm also hearing for some of you, you might have been receiving incorrect messages, like the kind of messages where you feel like something is true very strongly, but it turns out to be a disappointment. Or something along those lines. It's like what you had predicted turns out to not be true or something like that. And you like doubt your own intuition, you doubt your own insight, you doubt your own messages. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot of disappointment over a certain situation. And it feels like a relationship where, again, I feel like you may have, for some of you, it's like you've been getting a lot of different readings from a lot of different readers about a specific relationship. And it's maybe missed certain things, and it's like very disappointing for you because maybe you've been like really believing in like picker cards and things, and maybe they're not always 100% accurate or 100% personal. Like maybe it's not been like even personal readings. And yeah, I feel like you might be a bit disappointed because someone might have been lying to you or not really telling you the whole truth. And I just feel like it's going to cause a lot of disappointment for you. And yeah, I feel like you might want to, if you have had like really off readings regularly on my channel or anyone else's channel, or like personal readings, you might want to like look for someone else or look for other signs, like for real life signs rather than like readings and stuff like that for future predictions. Because I know for me, it's like when I try and predict with my own life, it's more like what's actually signed around me more than readings. Like I don't really read for myself anymore. I just read for you guys. So it might be like if you're a reader, you might find that you can't read for yourself, say, and you might need to get readings from others. Or like maybe your particular channels or readers that you've been following have maybe not been tuned into you and your situation anymore, and you might have needed to like look for someone else. But yeah, I feel like for you guys, you also may have been doubting your own intuition, and maybe the doubting of your intuition is causing you disappointment. Like maybe your intuition was telling you to maybe break up with someone or not trust them, and you didn't want to believe it. So it's like your own misdirected intuition. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope you're not offended by the message. But I do feel like it might be time to take a break from some things and some people for you to get like just a breath of fresh air. And also time to take a break from your city, maybe like where you live. I live in London and it is very polluted here. Maybe you guys live somewhere like Delhi where there's a lot of smog. Apparently, like certain cities in China is really bad pollution as well. So I don't know where you guys are living, but I feel like maybe the air is very unhealthy and you might need to get somewhere else. Like you might need to travel somewhere where it's a bit cleaner, a bit more pure, a bit less polluted, just to get a break and some perspective. It doesn't have to be to move there. Maybe it's just like 2 days to get somewhere by the seaside, I'm hearing, or by a lake. Yeah, especially like beaches and lakes and mountains, somewhere where it's just much more peaceful for you, somewhere by the river. Maybe you have family members that live in that kind of environment where you can go there and be by yourself. I feel like you might get some very disappointing news that maybe was like unpredictable or unable to be predicted or unable to be perfectly read on or anything like that. It's like the kind of heartbreak or grief where no one can prepare you for it. Like, I'm really sorry if it is grief or something like that. It just feels like that kind of difficult testing season. I do feel like by the end of it, you're going to be feeling alive again, I want to say, and like ready to look forward to new opportunities and not so disappointed and not so heartbroken. But I do feel like there's certain difficult things that are ending or that you're seeing through. It's like things that you thought were maybe going well but are not really going well, or things that you thought would stay going well but they didn't stay going well, or things that were illusions and weren't very clear to you but are clear to you now. I'm also seeing potential for arguing with somebody or disagreeing with somebody. And maybe again, it's like you find out something about somebody and it makes you want to call them and like send them angry messages and stuff. So I'm seeing like potential for a heartbreak or a breakup in that way. But I feel like if you do break up with someone, you're very likely to meet someone else and start talking to someone else quite quickly. Some of you might even be already like speaking to someone else when you're seeing one person and be like planning to break up with them. And I just feel like the other person's going to be very heartbroken then and like wanting to send you a bunch of angry messages. So if that's you, be a bit careful with the other person's heart and maybe try and end things sooner rather than later. If you're already kind of like stepping out on the relationship or seeing what else is out there for you, I'd recommend you to just like be honest to this person. Because the longer any lies continue, the more angry and upset whoever is being lied to is going to be. But yeah, that's not for everyone. I just feel like it might be a bit of a cold season. Like maybe some of you guys are asking about autumn or winter. Where I am, it's getting into autumn, winter, and it's like one of those season changes I always dread. But the good news is you get to start wearing like nice coats and stuff. So I feel like you guys might get some new threads that you find really warm and comfy. And again, like maybe you want to travel to another environment. Maybe you're planning a holiday because it's cold where you are. And I feel like it's something that will make you feel a lot happier and a lot brighter, and it might get you through until like the next time it's sunny or the next season. I do feel like you're going to get some time to yourself, but there also seem to be a lot of significant relationships and a lot of people you're talking to who are very important. And I do feel potential for a lot of people to fall away from your life, but there's like other people to appreciate. So try not to be too heartbroken for too long over anyone that falls away, especially if they have been lying to you and stuff. It's like one of those things where I feel like you might start out being really sad and heartbroken and thinking like, woe is me. But eventually just get really angry and think, well, fuck them anyway. I deserve better. I'm going to see who else is out there. Like there must be some other fish in the sea. And I feel like you're going to be feeling in touch with your soul again. Because you might go through a period of like doubting your intuition and again, like doubting your higher power and stuff. And I feel like eventually you're going to get back to feeling in tune. But you just might want to, for some of you, you might want to step away from readings and things like that for a while. And like I said, just look for signs around you. Like look for the actual answers in your real life and stay very grounded in reality. But again, that's not for everyone. But I hope you enjoyed the reading, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you did. And leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And check out the other content on my channel if you're new here. I make a lot of videos like this. If you like a personal, check out the information in the description box. And you can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal for donations. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the token. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Cancer, I feel. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Volcanoes, Power. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Trust. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Seven of Wands. The Three of Cups. The Nine of Swords. And the Three of Pentacles. And then finally you have a song, and your song is AD Something Sweet featuring Fatman Scoop. You got my heart, you finally cracked the code. You keep me calling, crawling back for more. I know you think, heard all of that before. For you I'd help my wallet at the store. Please give me your heart, not attitude. Let's do brunch tomorrow afternoon. There's no one before or after you. It's Friday night and my folks ain't hit me back. I feel like there's going to be some really amazing occasions, like some parties, and I feel like there may be someone you really have a crush on at some point that you get to interact with. It may not be one-on-one. I feel like it may be in like a group setting. You may be not getting to spend time with them as much as you would like just on your own. I feel like maybe they have loads of friends, and for some of you, maybe you know them through work. And I feel like maybe they'll invite you out on really late nights and you might feel like it's very late. You might have to get up early for work in the morning after like going out late partying all night, and it just might be a bit of a struggle for you, but I feel like you're determined to manage everything. You're determined to stay on top of everything, even if that means getting only like 2 hours of sleep a night. Because I feel like these parties are really lit and your friends are lit. And also you like your job. Like I feel like you're going to be enjoying the work that you do. And for some of you, I feel like you've had to work very hard to get to the position that you're getting into this season, or the position that you're already in. You've had to work really hard to get to where you are, and you've demonstrated your skills, and you're continuing to demonstrate your skills. And I feel like you're impressing people at work, or you're impressing potential employers or potential clients, potential customers. So you can't give up now. You can't stop doing what you're doing, especially just to go out partying or whatever. It's like not worth losing out on all the progress that's been made. But I do feel like there's particularly special relationships. So it's like you can't skip these parties and you can't skip this opportunity to network with people, because it really feels like there's someone really special who's meeting you. And I feel like they've got money and they really like you and they want to spend time with you, and they will keep inviting you out on dates and things like that. And sometimes you might be inclined to say no because you're busy, because you have work, because you have other commitments with other people, with friends, with co-workers, with family. And I honestly feel like this is going to get a bit too much for you at times, that you're going to feel stressed about how many people are in your life and how many responsibilities you have. And sometimes it will be quite stressful, but I do feel like this person's worth saying yes to. And I also feel like they're kind of committed to the idea of getting to be with you. Like they're going to keep trying, they're going to keep persisting. They're going to do whatever it takes to get you to say yes. Because I feel like you guys might have a lot of people trying to knock down your door to get your number, or to be your friend, or to offer you a job or something. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. Like some of you might be being wooed by a particular employer or a particular client or something like that. Somebody who wants your services. Anyway, if you are involved in a business, I'm seeing it going very well, just as a side note. Because it feels like you are very popular in general, and I feel like for a lot of you it is romance and it's potential partners for you. But some of you are already in a relationship and it's more of like a job thing, because maybe you've been really stressed about money and finding work and things like that. And I feel like you're finding something that's good. And I feel like you have a lot of really good skills and you're going to be demonstrating those skills to other people. Whether that be your skills as like the perfect romantic partner, or whether that be your skills in business or in work. I just feel like other people trust you and you're going to meet other people that you can trust. This might be a Cancerian person for some of you, or it could be that you're just meeting someone who's quite sensitive. I feel like you guys are quite sensitive in terms of like waiting for the right moment to act, I'm hearing, and like finding the right opportunities for you and knowing when to say yes and when to say no. Because it feels like you might not be getting much sleep this season and you might be working a bit too hard at times. But you are also going to be partying hard and you're also going to be seeing a lot of rewards for the work that you're doing. And I feel like your wallet is going to be filling up with money, and I feel like you're going to be finding your phone book is like filling up with contacts, and your social calendar is filling up with networking opportunities. And it is going to get a lot to keep on top of all of this. And I feel like you might be spending a lot. So even though it might be tempting to like not go to work sometimes or not do your work the way you would normally do it if you didn't have such a fun social life, I feel like you're still going to want to, because you want to earn more money, because you want to be able to afford to maybe keep up with people who have a lot of money, I'm hearing. Like maybe you meet people who are on a different level of success than you. I feel like you might meet one prominent friend and this friend is like in a higher tax bracket than you, and you're trying to go out with them and their friends because it's like a good networking opportunity. But maybe it's like hurting your credit card bill or hurting your wallet, and maybe you've got like creditors coming to you or credit card agreements coming to an end. I don't know what it is for you guys, but I feel like you're having faith that it's all going to plan. Because especially if you are networking with people, I feel like you might be able to get a better job. Maybe one that does put you in a higher tax bracket. So I feel like this is really exciting stuff for you guys. I'm seeing there is potential for arguments and conflict with people, but I feel like it will be resolved. Especially if you're currently arguing with someone or if you have like a conflict at work. I feel like throughout the next season it's going to get less stressful. But it doesn't seem to be immediate. Like I do feel like there's certain moments where it's tense for you, where you're overthinking, where you're stressing, where you're putting in too much work, or where your budget is not like affording you the things that you want. Or maybe you like blow your budget. Like I'm not sure if you guys are going out to like a rave or partying or shopping, or again to like hang out with much richer friends and hurting your own money. Like maybe you managed to do really well and get yourself into a strong position, but then you just like blew it on a one night of fun. It was like you saved up like hundreds of pounds and then you like randomly spent it or something like that. And I feel like you might regret that and you're going to feel bad certain days. Like I feel like you're going to have hangovers certain days, and like again I'm feeling the energy of like having to go to work with a hangover and still try and impress, but you just might be very nervous and not feeling your best and regretting doing that, but at the same time having good memories and like making new friends. So yeah, just be careful about like not going to work late or anything like that, or not submitting work late, or not turning up late to like meetings with clients or customers or people you need to meet or anything like that. Like try and stay on top of everything as best as you can. It feels quite difficult, but I feel like you guys can manage it, and I do feel like you have some like divine assistance available to you, and I feel like things are going to be very abundant for you over the next few months. It feels like everything is requiring a lot of courage from you, and it's going to be quite sweet. Like the rewards are going to be sweet, and the emotions are going to be felt very strongly by you and by other people around you. There's a real sense of teamwork coming together. I feel like some of you guys have been a bit lonely, and some of you guys might have felt like it's you against the world. But I feel like people are going to be more in your favor and people are going to be more supportive of you. There might also be some really important celebrations, like maybe parties that are not just like drinking and fun parties, but more like people's birthdays or weddings, or like Christmas and Thanksgiving and that kind of celebration. New Year's Eve, I'm hearing. Those kind of ones where it's everyone and it's not just like a small select group of your friends getting drunk after work or something. But that being said, I feel like expect a lot of those kind of like spontaneous friendship group meetups where you just go for a meal, you go for a drink. And yeah, it might be a bit expensive and it might be a bit time consuming, and you might find it's a bit difficult to make your responsibilities in time, like work and boring stuff, but I just feel like everything's so abundant and everything's enjoyed. Like you enjoy the friendships and you enjoy the work and you recognize the reason for you having to do it. So try to push through those moments of anxiety and the moments of stress and enjoy the really great rewards for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you enjoyed this. And leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're new here. I make a lot of videos like this. If you like a personal reading, check out the information below. And you can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal for donations. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the crystal. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Water Element, Sensing. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Passion, the Soul. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Potential. And Solitude. And from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the Page of Swords reversed. Temperance. The Fool. The Three of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Then finally you have a song, and your song is Bob Marley, Is This Love? I want to love you and treat you right. I want to hold you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? Well, it feels like you guys are going to be finding some new connection coming in, and I do feel like it's going to lead to some commitment, I feel. It seems like someone who has a lot of potential, and I feel like they'll take things slowly with you, and you might be already sensing this person coming in. But I feel like some of you might need to stop talking to somebody before this person can come in. And some of you, I feel like you've been trying to like balance multiple people, and it's like you have to cut off one person so that you can be all in with this person who you're going to have a commitment with. So if you are dealing with multiple energies, I do feel like you might manage to continue for a bit at the start of the season. But eventually I see you taking a leap of faith with somebody and just like jumping in and planning your future with them and like moving forwards with them and like moving in with them and maybe like buying a ring even and stuff, or they buying a ring for you. And it feels like it's going to be very special for you. And I feel like before you get to be with this person, you're going to get a lot of alone time. And for some of you, you might not even want to even think about a relationship right now, especially if you are in the process of like breaking up with someone. So I'm going to talk about other things for a bit, but I just wanted to leave that there for those of you where that's like the most exciting part. But I do feel like there's other things that you're picking up on, and one of those things seems to be a reduction of stress. Like I feel like there's some constant upheaval and stress that you've been going through where you're like constantly having to stay alert and staying on guard and watchful. And I feel like you're going to get a bit more relaxation, a bit more rest. You're going to get a breather from things being so stressful all the time, from things being so full on all the time, from having to stay like vigilant and on guard. I feel like you're going to feel more like you can be spontaneous and less having to plan all the time. Because it feels like maybe your schedule's been so strict that there's never any time to do anything spontaneously, or maybe your budget was so strict that there wasn't time to do anything spontaneously, or wasn't money to do anything spontaneously. And I feel like for some of you, you're getting out of a kind of period of problems to a time where you can just like leap of faith and take opportunities and actually think about the future in a way where it's not really stressful and it's not really needing to be so disciplined over. It's like you can just embrace whatever opportunities you're presented with. I do feel like you will get into planning mode again towards the end of the season. But it's coming from less of a less of a place of stress and necessity, and more of excitement and desire to cement things and desire to like commit to things. It's like not like you're really stressed and busy and you have to plan everything months in advance, otherwise it makes you feel overwhelmed. It's more like you're really relaxed and happy and you can't wait to see how the future's going to go, especially with regards to like relationships or new jobs and things like that. It feels like it's going to get so exciting for you that you're going to be just like looking forward to the next day and the next day and the next month. And I feel like if you and your partner are maybe planning to move in together or something, that's the kind of thing I'm seeing where you get really excited about some plan that's there for you and you're ready to embrace it because you were kind of like open and spontaneous before. I do see strong potential for moving house, and some of you might be moving quite far. You might be moving a long distance away from where you currently are or across the water, all the way across town. And I feel like you might not be so sure at the beginning, but I feel like it doesn't take much thought to say yes to these kind of decisions. I'm seeing the opportunities and potential that you're presented with during the next season are things that you're very passionate about. They're things that you're going to feel very strongly and you are just going to want to say yes to them. Like, they don't need you to sit around thinking about them. They don't need you to just go over and over and over them in your mind. It's more like you already know what you feel about it. And maybe at first you'll be just thinking about like, can I manage? Like, is this manageable? Can I okay this? Because I really want to, but I just don't know if I have space in my schedule. And I feel like you're just going to go with it and you're going to manage no matter what because they're so exciting, the things that are coming through for you. So it's like, even if you are busy, you're just going to find time. You'll rearrange things, you'll move things around, you'll cancel something less important. You'll give less energy to other things in favour of the things that are coming in that are really exciting. I do see you getting a lot of sense of peace and calm by yourself. Despite the fact that you might be getting into a very serious relationship, I do still feel like you'll get loads of alone time because this person might be quite often really busy. And I feel like you might still be quite busy with work. So maybe sometimes you guys don't see each other, but there's still that sense of excitement. And connecting over text and like sexting and bringing each other home to meet your parents, I'm hearing, or like buying each other gifts and arranging plans for like a couple of days in the future or later in the day, where you guys can be excited all day and just like waiting to meet each other and sending texts back and forth or like phoning each other or sending pictures or whatever you might be doing. I feel like some of you might be managing multiple businesses or multiple jobs or again like multiple partners is coming through. And I feel like you will decide to settle on something by the end of the month. Like, I feel there may be something new that comes in besides what you've been working on. Or besides the people you've been entertaining. Like, say you've been entertaining like multiple people. You might find someone completely brand new is coming in. You don't want either of the old people you've been trying to manage and you have to stop talking to both of them. Or you might find you've been working like 2 or 3 jobs, but you get a really good job offer which has like a salary that can replace all 3 of your other things. So you might just decide to kiss goodbye to all of them and focus on the one thing that's more beneficial. So it's really nice energy. It's like you get to have more free time as a result of maybe cutting out all your side gigs and just having one full-time job that pays you a really good wage. Or cutting out all the chatting to multiple people and having it go nowhere. To have like a commitment with somebody where you don't ever have to worry about like flirting with someone again or having a failed talking stage with someone again because it's like real love. So I really like this reading for you. It feels like I really want to say you're already picking up on things that are going to happen for you. And it's not things that you're thinking. It's like the kind of things that I'm seeing you're sensing and not things you would have ever thought would happen for your life. Like, it's not planned. That's what I want to say. It's like not planned. Like, this season, what's happening is not what you planned to happen. It's not what you're thinking is going to happen. It's like something that you're sensing is going to happen. It's something that is like miraculous and fated and spiritually destined for you. And I do feel like those of you where you are sensitive, you are able to like read the signs that are presented to you in your day-to-day life. And it's really not what you planned. It's not like, say, you have a specific plan to like go to college and then get this specific one job and then marry this specific one partner. It's not that, guys. It's more like Whatever you were planning previously last season, 2 months ago, I want to say, like 2 months ago, whatever you thought would be happening this season, it's like a lot different. It's more like the things that have been coming to you on a personal level over the last few weeks. It feels like you've been seeing signs of things transforming and developing and of like new potential coming in. And I feel like you're just being guided to keep going until you meet these opportunities face on. And it surely seems like this season there's some amazing destined moment. It's like a day, I feel like a wonderful day where you meet someone who's like your future partner, or where you get a really good job offer, or you just find that you're in the right place at the right time and able to meet the right people. So I really hope you enjoyed that group 3. Great reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. If you like a personal reading, the information will be below, and you can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal if you'd like to support my channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the gold ring. Let's see what cards you have. From the Black Moon Astrology cards, you have Path of Fortune, Increase. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Marine Life, Richness. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have New Beginnings. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you have the King of Cups, the King of Swords, Strength, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Ten of Swords. And then finally you have a song, and your song is Alex Isley, Masego and Jack Dine. Good and plenty. Take up some space, you're too far away. Make no mistake, I think you should stay. You'll get every little bit. You ain't ever seen a drip like this. Heaven at your fingertips. Don't you let a minute slip. Just say you'll have me. Oh, taste and see. Hope you don't sleep on me. I've got good and plenty. Inhabit all the spaces in between. It's magic when I taste your inner being. I'm saying this is seeming like a really, really, really blessed season for you. It feels like you're getting on top of things in terms of, I feel like spending habits, how you feel about yourself, your thinking, your emotions. It feels like you're very balanced. And I also feel like you are going to be finding yourself in a really compatible relationship, a very easygoing partnership where you and your partner are kind of like supporting each other and soothing each other and helping each other in ways that make you better human beings. Like, I'm really seeing you and your partner both elevating to a higher level as a result of the connection. I'm not sure if you've been arguing with your partner recently or arguing with friends, but it feels like there's going to be an end to conflict. For some of you, I don't feel like this is going to be very easy. Like, it feels like this end might involve a breakup. Like, it might just be you decide to stop interacting with certain energies because you can't ever get on with them. Like, they're always harassing you. They're always stressing you out. They're always on the wrong vibe for you. Like, they're on a different energy from you. They're on a different mood. I'm hearing like they're in a different season from you. It's like not their season when it's your season. Like, they're having a bad day when you're having a good day. I'm seeing strong energy of you letting go of loads of people from your life. I'm feeling a bit sad about it, feeling a bit unhappy about how many people you have to get rid of, or how many things you have to get rid of, or just like how many situations are ending. But I feel like you're going to have a lot of strength, and some of this strength will come from your partner. But some of this strength might come from like a material increase. I'm seeing the sense of somebody becoming quite rich, like your money is getting way better in a way that is way more than you could imagine. And I also feel like you might be spending less. You might be cutting out a lot of the things you used to spend on to save your money for bigger and better things. I'm just seeing this sense of cautiousness with this double king energy. It's like you're getting really serious about life and being really strict with yourself and knowing exactly what you want and who you want to interact with and what's important to you and what's not important to you. And I feel like you don't want to be surrounded with people who are just like, I'm here like flying with the birds or like chatting, or people who are just like gone like birds in the wind. I'm not sure where these expressions are coming from. They're the ones Spirit's feeding me. It's more like you want someone who's really grounded and stable and committed, and not someone who keeps like flying away from you, or people who just like fly in and out of your life, or people who gossip, or people who like to talk to everyone in town about things, or like chat your business. I feel like you want to be more secretive this season. You might want to keep some things to yourself, especially emotional matters and plans. It feels like you don't want to be sharing it with too many people until it's ready, other than your partner. But yeah, I do feel like there's a big change coming and you will have to say goodbye to a lot of things, and it's not going to be easy. Like at times it might feel very dreadful, especially if you have been keeping too many friends or keeping too many people, or maybe if you've been doing lots of work and you get like a new job come in or something. It's like you have to get rid of lots of stuff and it just might feel a bit dramatic. Maybe some people will be annoyed at you. I'm seeing that energy, like maybe you get rid of certain friends, or maybe people you were dating in favor of someone better. Like you meet someone really good for you and you get rid of all the people you were just like casually seeing. I'm seeing the energy that someone might be really annoyed with you, really upset, really pissed off, and they might want to cause a lot of conflict in your life and make you feel hurt or make you feel sad. But again, I feel like your partner's going to really support you. And it's like anything that happens you can manage with your partner by your side, or with your friend by your side, or your best friend by your side. I'm feeling there's going to be a lot of good sex between you and your partner. And yeah, I do feel like some of you might have been in a relationship where things have been very stressful and you've been arguing all the time. And I feel like the conflicts are going to end, but for some of you it is, like, I'm sorry to say this, it is going to have to end by breakup if you and your partner can't like find the right way to communicate with each other. But some of you, I do feel like you and your partner are figuring it out. Like you're both becoming more mature and you're both learning yourselves, and you're both learning how to, I want to say, not say too much sometimes. Like not say things in a harsh way, or not say your thoughts that would cause upset, or not express too much of your feelings because it's like too emotional and up and down. And maybe you're learning to be more better companions with each other. Like you're learning to be better companions, learning how to soften each other's emotions. And I feel like that's going to go really well, but you do have to like finally put an end to all the fighting. You can't keep bickering. You have to stop bringing up all the stuff from the past and stop clashing with each other. It feels like you need to really like say goodbye to those problems and like have a kind of argument that clears every argument that you've ever had away. I feel like for more of you, it's like you have a new partner and you're getting rid of other people from your life and getting rid of things that were unhappy or unpleasant or toxic, and making sure that you're not like wasting your energy on stuff. I feel like for some of you, you might get a bit unwell this season. Where I'm living, it's coming into winter, so it's like flu season and coughs and cold season, and you guys just might feel under the weather, and you might find that you've been trying to do too much on certain days and you just feel beat. You feel like you can't even get out of bed certain times. Some of you might go through a little depression, and I want to say you're going to manage really well for a while with it. Like you're going to manage to stay on top of things and stay strong, and I feel like your partner will help you. But I do feel like you're going to maybe find that certain days you do just need to be by yourself, or you need to just like stop doing anything. Stop trying. And I feel like your finances are going to be in good shape, so you'll probably find that it's not a big deal if you need to like take some time off. We'll say no to everything. And yeah, I do feel like you might need to say no to a lot of things this season, but you won't feel sad about it and you won't feel confused about it at all. It's going to be like straightforward, easy decision, because it's like you have no energy, or you're sick, or I don't know, like something else is going on in your world where you can't agree, you can't say yes to things, so you have to say no. But yeah, it feels like there's going to be annoying things that come up, but I feel like they will be put a stop to throughout this season, because it's like you're going to find solutions to problems, and other people who you can trust around you will help you to find solutions to problems. And I'm feeling like new beginnings emerging from endings, and maybe like moments of the depths of despair is where you're going to find really great ideas that could bring you great money and make your life better and make your life richer. So yeah, I feel like for those of you where you are in a good relationship, it feels like this relationship is continuing. For those of you where you've been arguing with your partner, I feel like it's time to try and like have a sit and think about how you might be able to communicate better, or whether it's time to give it up and maybe find someone else. But for most of you, I feel like the relationship part is going really, really, really nicely. You might find your partner's a bit distant from you at times. And I feel like if that's the case, it's important to not argue, but more be like there for them. Like, oh, is everything okay? Rather than like, oh, you haven't spoken to me all day. Like, just try and be calm and kind to them, and maybe flirt with them a little bit, like tempt them a little bit. It feels like there's a lot of sexual arousal and like high lust between you and your partner. And I feel like certain days you're both going to have to control it because you have like work. We have business to attend to, so you might find it's nice to flirt, but you also might find that sometimes you can't really indulge in that too much, and you have to just like stay serious and stay on top of things and stay clear-headed. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that group 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this reading, and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and check out the other content on my channel if you're new here. If you'd like personal reading, check out the information below. You can also find details of my Patreon and my PayPal for donations. If you'd like to support my channel, I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.